really quickly, I want to talk about the Only Fangs rules. I want to nail this down because I want to pitch this to Soda Poppin', and I want to know if what he thinks about this. Only Fangs will be a guild self-found, fake fresh guild. No use of the auction house. You can only group with self-found buffed players 1 to 59. Once you hit 60, you can group with anyone. The third rule, no Onyxia buffs until we kill Onyxia. No ZG buff until we kill Hakar. ZG will unlock after we've cleared Molten Core, and AQ20 will unlock after we've cleared BWL. All first crafting patterns have to be found on stream. Now, this means if somebody randomly says, hey, I got the petrification flask, we need to see the clip of you looting it and what mob you killed to get it. You can't just randomly show up one day and be like, yeah, we found the Petri recipe. This will ensure that no one is buying or trading it off the auction house. We need actual proof that somebody in the guild looted it on their own, right? It's a self-sustained ecosystem within the guild. Mob tagging is not allowed unless after a death, the Council of Tiers approves that you will be allowed to mob tag to get back to your last highest level. Now, a type of approval that the Council of Tiers would approve is something like you DC'd and then died to a mob, and so this death wasn't your fault, so they're allowing you to mob tag back to your last level if you died to like a DC. But it has to be approved. And there's a chance that maybe the council doesn't approve any of these, but Soda needs to come up with who would be on the council and who would review the cases to see if people would be allowed to mob tag or not. Okay? Number 8, WoW mains must have their class and spec approved by Soda. Number 9, trading in guild will become unlocked at level 60, and trading with Fangsley can be done at 60, but only consumables and materials. Those are the 10 rules that I have come up with the chat that I think would make the Only Fangs reboot experience the best overall. What is mob tagging? Mob tagging is a system where one person hits a mob down to 60% health, and a higher level person kills the mob for them outside of their group, and then they get all the experience. And this can be done with AoE mob tagging, and you can get, this is the fastest way to level in the game, but you're not actually playing the game. You're just kind of grinding mobs really, really fast. It sounds really good, but I think it requires way too much bureaucracy. Well, that's why we have an add-on developer who's going to kind of implement this system to make sure people are following the rules, and there can be add-ons that that kind of keep people within the boundaries, right? And so I think it's looked good. I think all trading should be unlocked at 60, maybe, but we're trying to keep this experience as core to a fresh WoW server as possible, and being able to buy gold and then buy things off the auction house is something that we're trying to avoid. So if you just take away the auction house from people, then it limits the amount of people that are tempted to buy gold so that they can use it to buy things off the auction house. I think AQ20 should unlock with ZG. It will be a lot of resets before the guild is gear enough to safely clear BWL. We'll have to talk about that because I want this to be like a fresh experience. And AQ20 wouldn't be out. ZG comes out with Molten Core, or sorry, with BWL. And AQ20 comes out with AQ40. So I want to keep it as true to like letting the game progress how it would normally progress on a fresh launch. Just like how Deviate Delight is kind of doing it in a way. So we're going to run this. We're going to run this by Soda and see what he says.